But if someone is accused of being the devil, like Jay-Z, and I just said your name, I'm calling you out, say something. That's not talking about somebody. I'm talking to you in front of everybody. I'm punking you. So what I'm saying is, if Jay's been accused of stuff, but automatically every time you could clip it up and go back, he always jumps out and fixes it. He's a fixer, allegedly, just based on what I see. Just look at it. Why is it every time, down to that stupid rap, everything he says, I'm sure, I want to see how he's going to clean up Jay trying to sell Reasonable Doubt in Target and getting boycotted. Like, why wouldn't you do that? So when I put out Black Rock, pause. And by the way,
let me break down that story for him, Dame, for the people who might not know. So Jay-Z is re-releasing Reasonable Doubt.
Now that I don't own any of it.
Now that you don't own it, and I believe it's a 30-year anniversary, and he's gonna put it in Target. Now he's getting backlash because recently Target pulled back their DEI programs.
That means there were programs where they gave real estate to black people, no matter what. When Trump got in office, certain people were allowed to say, we don't have to hire no more. And he's back with them. It's the same thing with the Barkley. Y'all thought he owned it, but he just, allegedly made it okay for everyone to kick Brooklyn native black people out. And then he just walked away. Let me ask you, when do you get to walk away from a team without selling your equity in it? How does that just happen? No one even wonders. And now they got everybody looking at the NFL, so they let him walk across. He walks across the field like an owner, and he owns nothing. He's the best, probably the lowest paid employee out there, but because they let him pretend it's his, he acts like it is his. And then for that, they pat him on his back and give him a check. And y'all don't say shit about it. He did the same thing with Cristal. Don't drink Cristal. Let's drink whatever champagne, and then goes and sells it to a white man. I don't get how y'all so gullible. Y'all stupid. And you know why? Because everyone that's just like, that's devil worship to me, allegedly.
What do you think about the title situation? That seems to be the one that he gets the most backlash for. Bringing all those artists up there to work and then just flat out selling it.
Let's just say if there's an algorithm, then that's the algorithm. And I could talk and say whatever I want to you. So I challenge you to a debate. I challenge you to a versus. I challenge you to take that stupid ass wig off. I challenge you to chew some double McGump. I challenge you to stop robbing artists. Now I gotta come back outside because everyone's broke because of you. Because you just gave everyone, you gave them our culture, and now everyone is sweating, but you are too. So you sold us out, and you still gotta work. Was it worth it? That's all I want to know. Was the betrayal and selling everybody out, was it worth it? Was it worth selling out your whole culture? Was it worth hanging out with people that you don't want to hang out with because they're corny? You used to hang out with me and tell me that your friends were corny. You would jump out of the car with your friends to jump in the car with mine.
What's good, y'all? This OB Media. Dame Dash goes crazy, and he said that Jay-Z is the devil. Man, he been going up Jay-Z for a long time, and Jay-Z betrayed the old black community and robbed all of his artists. This ninja is disloyal. He always be working for the white power structure, and now he's working for Target, and he's trying to tell us what to do. He's trying to control the narrative, and Dame Dash is saying that Jay-Z mouth is always stink. It smell like cinnamon doo-doo. Man, that is just some wild shit. I don't know what type of timing Dame be on, but Jay-Z should have never mentioned Dame name in that freestyle, because he's really going off. This shit crazy. You need to watch a full video, man. This shit is interesting. Let's get it.
But you got kicked out the car, but you want to act like I didn't kick you out, and I let you live. But you did too much. You should have just went about your business. But you never should have said anything about my teeth. So now, let's go. I could say so many things that I don't, because I'm a gentleman. But there's something you're not going to my manhood. That's what you're not going to do.
What was your first reaction
dressing
when you
like
heard
that? A funny looking that cannot be the person that's sending all. Like, that's the general over there? Bozo? Bozo the goat face? Never. Never. You see, I'm back in town. The next one, they ain't won since I was like a baby. I don't know if it's a coincidence, but I'm back outside. Because everybody's broke, what y'all should want is that you want me to win. Because when I win, no one's broke. And you're older now. Y'all know when homie's at the top, no one eats. But when Dame's at the top, everybody eats. And by the way, I made more records, better records. Let's go record for record that he made with his label, not managed. Something that he put out. Look at my discography. Black Rock 1, pause. Black Rock 2, Pilot Talk 1, Currency. Pilot Talk 2, Currency. 24-hour karate school, ski. 24 hours karate school, Japan. 24-hour karate school, part 2. I got records with Murs. I got records with Mos Def. I got records with Sean Price. I got records with Jay Electronica. Who hasn't been making music? Y'all just not talking about it because you're listening to the devil. Do the research. And it's all documented. But you'll still act like it's not happening. That's corny. And it's gay.
Okay, Dame, I wanted to go back, just rewind a little bit, man. You know, you mentioned that you can't get on Hot 97 or the Breakfast Club.
No, I probably could.
You know,
That's just what BET said. Hey, Nicolette, did you DM Flex? Did he ever reply? Because when they told me that, I said, let me hit Flex. Because I don't see how that could make sense.
I got a question, though. You know, Jay has kind of had a reputation for blackballing people. Do you think he blackballed you when you guys separated?
He can't blackball me. It's impossible. He could act like he could to try to make me look like an example, but he can't. We're indifferent. He can't blackball me. He'd have to be bigger than me. He'd have to have power. He has no power. He's a broccoli head. Pause. He can't do shit. He can ask his friends, but himself, without his friends, he ain't shit. He never wants a fair one with me. In anything. Nothing. Not a verbal fair one. Duffy doesn't want to get in the ring. And now he's so garbage, I don't think he can me on stage. He definitely can't filmmaking.
So you didn't think that freestyle was good? It had mixed
trash.
reviews.
Like I said, I have to compare it to when he came out with Michael Jackson and put those young kids on the screen. That's the last thing I remember from a battle. The teeth shit was old because my teeth are completely finished. Like, and I got the best dentist. So it's like, that was whack to me. I felt like somebody, and again, he said Chatty Patty. I made up Chatty Patty. Like, he didn't say anything new. Like, I've heard those rhymes before. So he took other people's words, like Memphis Bleak and all the, he didn't say anything original. I was expecting, and I don't like this spoken word version. That's not the Jay-Z that we all like. Like, nobody wants to hear spoken word from him. Like, I could bet you, pause, Black Thought was like, I could rip this right now. And Black Thought will rip this right now. Pause. And he gonna get on the stage and do that trash? With all those, I know they were disappointed. Like, oh. I would rather seen Black Thought in Philly.
Now, I got a question, Dame. He dissed a lot of people during this freestyle. But the one person who I thought he would have dissed, he didn't diss. Because this 50 Cent has been going so hard at Jay with
you wanna know why?
threatening to make a documentary, I mean, he been going hard at Jay for years, and Jay did not mention 50.
Cause Jay's not bigger than Eminem. So 50's boss is Eminem. Jay doesn't have more power than Eminem. So remember, he tried to blackball 50 from the Super Bowl. Eminem just made a call. When Eminem makes that call, he's white. And you see, if you ask 50 who's the best, that's a black man quickly saying that a white man is the best at a black sport. So, you know, to me, he's just Luca Brasi for Eminem. He's like hired to go, because like I said, you see that the roles they give corporate gives 50 is embarrassing. They make him look like a gorilla, more like a gorilla than he already looks. And then they give him a bad stylist and make him dress funny. Everyone evil can't dress. Or if you work for evil, you can't dress very well. You know, I had this epiphany. And again, no disrespect, no homophobic, just logic. So Europe and that part of the world historically is notoriously gay. It's a known fact that the Greeks and the Romans all used to each other. It was regular. That wasn't happening with Hannibal and them in Africa. It's not the way the world works. Any place in this world where people are of color, people have more than one wife. Europe is where there's this concept of one wife, but if you're gay, why have a wife? If you're your man, poor, because you need to have babies. That's it. So making people of color adhere to a European way of living, which in DNA is gay, is not the way for me. And what I look at is even when black people are influenced by European culture, it's pocketbooks, it's dressing like women, it's very demasculated. But you don't see none of that shit in a country, and 80% of the world is of color. 80% of the world has more than one wife. Why would black people follow the European way and we black? But you have to be able to afford them. You got to afford your wife, or how many you have. But what's the destruction of most relationships in the black culture? Cheating. If there was no cheating or no girls being mad about side chicks, how many families would not be disenfranchised? Just think about it. I guess I might smoke too much, but that's just my logic. I go with the logic, not my emotion. I'm not going to be led by people that have tricked me in any way. Not religion or the way I feel. Definitely not the way I feel.
A lot of people made a big deal about Jay and Drake. Now,
Yeah, we all want to see that fight. Who don't want to see Drake destroy Jake?
so you don't think that Jay stands a chance? Now, is this
He don't even have a
current
little.
Jay,
He doesn't even
or is
have
this old Jay also you think Drake could beat?
It'll be. You saw with Nicolette. You'll hear the record, but it's elder abuse. Like Jay hasn't. He's not. He's not in shape. Like he needs to come to. Like so for me, when artists come out here, the show is the most important thing. It's like in boxing. Fundamentally, if you can't stand right, your balance is wrong. You know what I'm saying? If you don't twist and know how to throw your punches, if you throwing arms, if you standing like this, you off balance. If you can't stand, you can't fight. And if you can't do a show, you can't fight. You're fundamentally wrong. So also when you come out here, the artist will be with a live band, but rehearsing, the show got to be tight. Oh, I'm not jacking that. There's no playing a track with your vocal underneath. There's no art in that. Nothing that I'm doing is that. I'm not a part of that. So I think he has to get back in like rock and roll shape. You know? I just don't get the afro thing. And you know he's not going to say anything about it. But here's the thing about what I don't understand, which I think is extremely dishonest. When Jay does do interviews, these are the questions we want to know. What's up with the Epstein files? And what's up with every other thing that people are saying? And he never even talks about that. And that makes it unnatural. And I don't know why he would think people would believe that his interviews aren't contrived if a person doesn't ask him the questions that we all, like if you don't ask a question about me or any beef or the Epstein files or the lawsuits, I don't understand that. Like nobody wants to know his stupid ass philosophy on battle rap because he contradicts himself all the time. We just want to know the answers to these questions because I want to know. Like, how are y'all going to get in front of that man and there's an elephant in the room and nobody asks? That makes all y'all look corny. Because a real man is going to address the elephant in the room. Despite what that person feels, it's like, bruh, you got accused of some shit. You need to straighten that out. Or you can't be around my kids. We can't promote or endorse you until you explain yourself. I don't understand where that pass comes in with all these accusations. How a person could be so above it all that they don't have to answer questions about real shit like that. And y'all could be all right with it. Y'all soft. Don't have no judgment on me. Because your man has been tested. And I'm watching y'all fold. Like y'all gonna judge me because y'all not men. Because y'all won't actually ask real questions and get real answers. And y'all gonna party without even knowing if that shit is real or not. That's corny. I think that's it. Like y'all been told shit and don't ask no questions and say fuck. We just gonna let you walk in the room and give you a pound and also have a stupid ass hairstyle and not even ask about that. That's like, to me, if Kanye walk in the room with his wife naked, I'm gonna be like, yo, you want me to your wife? Why would you show me your wife naked? Why are you doing that? But just be like, woohoo, see her nipples, vagina, and don't say a word? That's corny. Like, how you don't say nothing when people doing stupid shit and you all right with yourself? You're not gonna question the devil, even when there's accusations? So if they say, and no disrespect, but if I hear a girl has AIDS or any kind of sexually transmitted disease, I'm asking. I'm not hitting, kissing, touching. Even if I didn't hear it, I'm asking. How you don't ask something that could, if you don't ask, might have you sent to hell? How you don't ask that? That distraction is the devil. Emotion is the devil. Money is the devil. Anything that makes you distract from the actual logical truth to do and work with bad people is the influence of the devil.
That's pretty crazy, man. I wanted to get your take on this, man. Future's been going viral recently. And he said that Jay-Z wasn't great when Tupac and Biggie was alive.
That's not true. Jay used to be great. I can't take that from him. You know? Like, but it's before the devil got in his heart. He was great. Jay could rap. He was in rock and roll shape. He didn't have a good show. But he had a team, and that compensated. But he could rap. But he could always rap. But I always created spectacles around him, so when he was cold, you'd be looking at the movies. Or when he was cold, you'd be looking at the clothing line. He just didn't sell as many records as he presents himself. He didn't sell a lot of records. Relatively, he put out a lot of records. And over the years, they may have gone platinum or double. But it wasn't like 5 million, 5 million, 5 million, 5 million. If we would have sold the records that Outkast sold or Eminem, he would have really sold his soul. And another thing I want to say about Jay, and I'm talking to him, and you can ask him. So my daughter called me when she was 15, and she was like, I want to go to the Jay-Z concert in LA. So I said, cool. And I had people hit Jay's people and they arranged tickets backstage, carte blanche like a gentleman. People were shocked. I went there with no security, just me and my daughter.
Man, Dame Dash is back on the bullshit. He's saying that Jay-Z is whack at this moment, and I don't think Jay-Z can do a versus with Drake. Drake would have smoked that ninja. He's the old lad. He can't do this shit no more. So I understand what Dame is trying to say. Jay-Z is washed up. You need to leave this rap shit alone, because you're the oldest CEO that is have to answer to a boss. And Jay-Z like to do safe interviews. He don't want to answer the tough questions, because no one ain't asking Jay-Z about Epstein. Ain't nobody asking him about the terrible accusations and everything that he's accused of. So I don't know what is really going on. This ninja really controlling the narrative and controlling the culture for so long, and a lot of people is giving Jay-Z a lot of respect. But Jay-Z is a sellout. I'm not giving this ninja no respect. He need to get out of this industry. He need to give someone else the control, because this ninja is doing the wrong thing for the culture. So when he's gonna say that he's the GOAT and no one can stand on the stage to do a versus, man, that is just crazy work. I believe that 50 can smoke Jay-Z, Drake can smoke Jay-Z, and definitely Eminem, because Eminem is the greatest rapper that ever lived, dead or alive. So when he's gonna speak all type of shit and talk his shit, he needs to leave this shit alone, man, because Eminem is the GOAT. Jay-Z ain't no GOAT. He did not sell as much records. So when they're gonna say all of this shit, man, Jay-Z been a sellout for so long. He betrayed all of his friends. He betrayed Dame Dash. He betrayed the Haven. He exposed the old drug operation and let all of his friends go to jail. And then he turned his back. So talking about disloyal, and then you talk about Jay. This ninja ain't loyal to no one. That's why Kanye said the same shit. Don't send your haters off to me, Jay, because I know what I'm saying. I am not crazy. Anytime I talk about these powerful people, they try to label me crazy. And the same thing happened with Jaguar. A lot of people are saying that she's obsessed with Jay-Z. They once said that Jay-Z and Jaguar were lovers. I don't believe that shit. They have to be lying. Jaguar can't have this much hate and be a lover of Jay. That would have been crazy. So when Jaguar be talking the truth about Jay, a lot of people be saying, what is wrong with this crazy lady? No one is crazy once you're talking about Jay and Beyonce, because we're trying to expose all of the dirty work that they've been doing in this industry. They're controlling the Grammy, the BET Awards, because that Cowboy album, that was bullshit. I didn't expect Beyonce should get a Grammy for that shit. So they're doing a lot of shit, a lot of smear campaign. He's working for Target, and a lot of the black community ain't supporting the Jigga Man no more, man. He might have sold out the Yankee Stadium, but he sold his soul for a long time. He's working for the devil. I don't care what people want to say about the Jigga Man. The Jig is up right now. But it is what it is, man. It's OB Media. Have a blessed day.
Am I the only one who feels like Jay-Z did this recent GQ interview and is doing these Yankee Stadium shows and the Roots picnic and all that? Am I the only one who feels like the reason why he's doing all this is to prove that he still has influence over the black community so that he can keep his value with the white people that he serves? Walk with me here.
Capitalists at you in a derogatory sense.
Yeah, I think in that verse specifically, the only thing I heard coming up was the American dream until we started being successful. And it was like, wait a minute, you're selling out because you're making money. That was the first thing that was put on musicians. People had this law for the struggling artists. That's a mind game. What we would call back in the day for tricknology. It was like, no, I'm not going for that. Like, no, I make art first. And then I make sure that I'm compensated for my art. I didn't take advantage. I didn't get here by taking advantage of people. I didn't take it. No one. That's not my reputation. That's not what I do.
So let me start by saying that I do not have a problem with black people taking advantage of the system or even the same advantages that white people have in order to obtain wealth. I'm not one of those people. No, I don't think that you have to be a part of the Illuminati in order to be a black person who's wealthy. No, I don't think that in order to be a black person who's wealthy, you have to abandon all your morals and ethics or even your own community. No, I'm not one of those people. What I have a problem with is when you do it at the expense of other black people. Using the back of another black person to get ahead is what I have a problem with. Putting other black people in a bad position so that you can be in a good position, that is where the issue lies. And in my opinion, there are several instances in which Jay-Z might have done this. Now, I talked about this in another video, but let's talk about it again because we actually have a little bit of a confirmation that there was a smear campaign that Jay-Z or possibly Roc Nation allegedly may have been behind. So in case you don't know, back in 2019, it was announced that Colin Kaepernick would be participating in a workout at the Atlanta Falcons Stadium. The NFL was giving him this opportunity to try and get back into the league. Now, I told you guys that I knew someone who was directly working to help assist with this workout and to try and get Colin Kaepernick back into the NFL. And that person told me that Jay-Z was the reason why this was all happening and that he was really pushing the NFL as well as the commissioner to give Colin Kaepernick an opportunity to get back into the NFL.
Last night, or I should say my source got back to me last night because I just wanted to know, and he's the one that told me that somebody was putting pressure on the commissioner. I go, who's putting pressure on the commissioner? Unless it's Jerry Jones or Robert Kraft. Can't imagine. And my source said Jay-Z was putting the pressure on the commissioner because according to my source, Jay-Z